GIDT Travel.
Have you ever heard about President Ho Chi Minh? You may wonder who is printed on Vietnamese money. In today's video, we will have a look on the story about this great human of the world through this attraction in Hanoi. Here is a place you may see in some picture before you travel to Vietnam, and there are plenty of sightseeing around here for you to choose. Today's video, I will bring you to Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, Ho Chi Minh Museum, and the unique One Pillar Pagoda. First of all, let's go inside the Ho Chi Minh Museum to know more about President Ho Chi Minh's life. Talk a little bit about our great president. He was born when Vietnam was being in the colony of the French, so he devoted his whole life to the national liberation of the Vietnamese. President Ho Chi Minh is not only the great person of the Vietnamese people, but also recognized by foreigners. He became a symbol of hero, had an influence not only on Vietnam, but also on the development of the revolution event around the world. The Ho Chi Minh Museum is a place displays all evidence, artifact of the liberation life of Ho Chi Minh. He experienced a lot of struggle on the way to bring back freedom for Vietnam, from being a waiter on a ship, then working as a dishwasher, a nurse, a teacher, a photographer, and becoming an ancestor. Here is some highlight of his amazing and adventurous life. Ho Chi Minh is called the respectable father by the Vietnamese people, so you must not insult him in any case. If you are, you may get in trouble because President Ho Chi Minh is a sacred person of the whole Vietnamese nation. Vietnamese people have high national pride. I know in some country, you can freely make fun of the president, but in Vietnam, it's forbidden. Different from most presidents in the world, President Ho Chi Minh enjoyed a simple life as a Vietnamese. The simplicity and purity of President Ho Chi Minh is reflected first of all in his way of eating, wearing, and living. Being a Vietnamese, no one do not know about Ho Chi Minh's simple life. Ho Chi Minh president only wore a few sets of clothes in the same style. There was a time when his shirt was torn, but he definitely did not want to change his shirt. A little story about President Ho Chi Minh's rubber sandals, which he wore for more than 10 years, worn and broken many times. The world Congress asked many times to replace President Ho Chi Minh with a new pair of sandals, but he said, "Our country is not yet completely independent. Our people are still in difficulty." With the same rubber sandal, he went to localities and countries to talk to politicians. The place he lived is a small state house with simple furniture, formerly a garden's room. There are only necessary things in his house: a single bed covered with soft mat, and a small cabinet, a set of table and chair, a flower pot, a radio, some books needed every day. You can see in front of the house is a pond, where he often feeds fish and relaxes. Every time President Ho Chi Minh clapped his hands, the fish would come swimming right away. This is Tham Quan Gate, and you will see a traditional Vietnamese architecture temple. It's old but gold. Here we are at the famous One Pillar Pagoda. In 2012, One Pillar Pagoda was honored to be recognized by the Asia Record Organization as the temple with the most unique architecture in Asia. The temple was built under the Lý dynasty about 1,000 years ago. According to folklore, King Lý Thái Tổ dreamed about when a Buddha invited him to sit on the lotus. When the king woke up, he decided to build the temple on the stone pillar just like the lotus in the dream. Seeing from a distance, One Pillar Pagoda looks like a lotus flower emerging on the water surface. Let's have a clearer look on the One Pillar Pagoda. An important note when you're visiting this pagoda or any sacred places in Vietnam, you should wear full leg clothes to express your respect and appropriate to native culture. It's necessity for you to line up to burn incense stick and keep silence. Near the One Pillar Pagoda is the Bodhi tree, a friendship symbol of Vietnam and India. The Bodhi tree is bought from the land of Buddha. It's a gift from Indian president on the occasion of President Ho Chi Minh's 1958 visit to India. Bodhi tree is a symbol of wisdom, tolerance, and Buddhism. There are also lots of wonderful attractions you can visit around here. Walking about 10 minutes, you will reach the Imperial Citadel of Thăng Long, Vietnam Military History Museum, or a little further to the Temple of the Literature, Tranquil Pagoda or Hoan Kiem Lake. But remember that Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum and Museum closes on every Monday and Friday, so make sure you check the day before you go. GIDT Travel hope you enjoy exploring the story of our great President Ho Chi Minh and rich cultural, iconic landmarks that make Hanoi so special for every tourist. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel for more historical attractions in Hanoi. If you have any comments or requests for our next video, please let us know in the comment below. Thanks for watching and see you in our next adventure. GIDT Travel, your smile, our happiness.